Mario Draghi now says it out loud. The EU wants to abolish all nations. France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, all gone. One superstate governed from Brussels. And this isn't just anyone making this claim on some obscure podcast. This is the man who held top positions at Goldman Sachs and the Italian Ministry of Finance. If there's anyone who knows what's happening behind the scenes in the EU, it's Mario Draghi. And he now openly states that the goal of the EU is to transform itself into a single nation state. Let that sink in for a moment. Not a federation or cooperating countries like they always told us. Not an economic union for trade and prosperity. No. One nation state in which all individual countries cease to exist. The French parliament will no longer be able to decide on French matters. The German Bundestag no longer having any say over German laws, and the Dutch parliament simply becoming irrelevant. Everything will be decided by bureaucrats in Brussels whom you've never elected and can never vote out. And for anyone who's been paying attention, this is no surprise. This was always the plan from the very beginning. The CIA started this project in the 1950s to strip European countries of their sovereignty. These aren't conspiracy theories, these are declassified documents that are publicly available. The idea was simple: create an American-controlled vassal state that subordinates all European countries to Brussels. And they executed it step by step with the patience of saints. First the coal and steel community in 51, then the economic community in 57, and then the Maastricht Treaty and the establishment of the EU in 92. And next up is the endgame that Draghi openly speaks about: the complete abolition of all nation states. For 70 years, everyone who said this was dismissed as a conspiracy theorist, a Eurosceptic lunatic, a dangerous populist. And now, one of the most powerful men in Europe stands there and confirms exactly what all those so-called conspiracy theories have been saying for decades. The question is no longer whether this was the plan, because Draghi just confirmed it. The question is whether the European population will accept this or whether they'll finally wake up. Follow Mees Wijnands, that's me, down below for more on everything they're not telling you about the future of Europe, because you won't hear this stuff on the news.
Canada,
States, Mexico,
United States, and what? Mexico,
Canada, and Greenland is even on there.
Exactly. There you go. So that's the Club of Rome version. That's what they are marching towards. Most people don't realize this. And that's nothing new. That's been going on, believe it or not, since the Bush Jr. days. He was huge on that. And then it continued during the Obama years. It took a 4-year hiatus when Trump was in office. Okay. And then when Biden was in office, he started the meetings again to create what was called the North American Union, which is the shaded version there. And it was to create the North American Union, and they called it the Three Amigos Summit, or the Northern Leader Summit, whatever. And it used to be called the SPP, the Security Prosperity Partnership, since the Bush days. But they've been marching towards that to combine Canada, United States, and Mexico into one economic union, like the European Union's made up of. So again, that is exactly Revelation 17. Now, here comes Trump. Trump is talking about, again, Canada becoming the 51st state and whatever, whether it happens or not, whatever. Yeah. Mexico, you better kick it into gear, right? Do something about this border crisis and all that stuff, or we're gonna force you into it one way or another. Then he talks about the Greenland thing, and then he mentions about taking back the Panama Canal. Now, again, whether he's doing it for nefarious reasons or whatever, my point is, this is the sure word. We know that when you're heading towards the last days, the planet is going to be split up into 10 regions, which means America as we know it will no longer be America. Mm-hmm. I think we could all agree on that. And dare I say, I'm one of those guys prophetically that I don't see America mentioned in Bible prophecy. And part of the reason why is because, again, America as we know it is no longer in existence. All right. Now, go back, that was early 70s. Club of Rome, 10 economic kingdoms, Revelation 17. And that's what that group of people have been working on. There's another group of people that have also pitched for that same picture, and they were called basically the technocrats. And this was a movement that started after the Depression in the United States and Canada. And they wanted to basically say the politicians have messed up the planet so bad, and we're going to be ruled not by democracy, but technocracy, the technocrats. And it's going to be the scientists now who are going to bring in a utopia, right? And they had a map. It was called the Technocrate, right? And this is from the 40s, okay? So this predates Klaus Schwab and the gang coming up with their Tin Horn Kingdom. This is called the Technocrate. This is their map. And this is from the Library of Congress, right? Now, what do you notice about that one? You got Canada mixed with the United States again. Oh, see if I can't get that better. What's going on with the lights there? But you got Canada going on there, mixing in with the, there we go, that's better, Mexico. But
It looks like it's going all the way down to Colombia and Venezuela and a couple other.
And what's down there, John?
A lot of oil, for sure.
And the Panama
in the Panama Canal.
Canal, right? So, again, very interesting. So let's say this gets turned into a, quote, American conglomerate. But what's my point? America as we know it, one day, one way or another, whoever is not going to be the America that we know it. The Bible says you want a sure word from God, you want to get understanding where we're headed. One day, somehow, some way, America as we know it is not going to be America. It's going to be expanded into a union. And the Bible says when the dust settles in the 7-year tribulation, it'll be exactly 10, ruled by 10 guys. And as soon as that happens, they're going to hand it over to the Antichrist. That's how close we are.
So let me